Alexandra, Holley. In the SPT 113 list of topics about Hamlet, I chose topic number 16. The topic is to discuss the play that Hamlet has the players to perform and why he has it performed. The play is not actually of his father's murder, but Hamlet uses it to get a reaction out of King Claudius. According to the play Hamlet, Prince of Denmark by William Shakespeare, Scene 2 of Act 3 opens with a conversation between Hamlet and the players. Hamlet is making sure that the players know exactly how the play is supposed to be performed. I'm going to discuss some of the main points of the play that they act out. In Scene 2, when the players start to perform, a silent version is presented first. This shows the audience a sort of sneak peek of what is about to happen, but only reveals the major points. The dumb show begins by showing a king and a queen coming in together. It shows the queen leaving the king by himself while he sleeps. Then along comes an anonymous person who pours poison into the king's ear. Once the queen notices the king is dead, the anonymous person comes back along with other people and seems to mourn with her. Later on in the dumb show, the poisoner tries to earn the love of the queen by giving her gifts, and eventually she accepts. This silent show causes the real king and queen to start to become uncomfortable. The second portion of what Hamlet wants the players to perform is the prologue. In the Warner Brothers Pictures and Nelson Entertainment production of Hamlet, the prologue is different than how it is in the playbook. In the movie, the prologue is spoken by a jester, so it is seen as more comical. And in the playbook, it is read at a different time than it is read in the movie. But no matter the differences, Hamlet uses the prologue to start off his comments on the entire play. The third part of the performance is the conversation between the king and queen in the full play. According to the website Shakespeare Outline, the article The Spoken Play in Hamlet discusses the conversation between the player king and the player queen. This article shows that the conversation was actually inserted by Hamlet and was not part of the play called The Murder of Gonzago. The conversation opens with the player king talking about how he is sick and how he will die soon and how he wants the queen to remarry and be happy. Then the queen in the play responds saying that she will never remarry. The conversation goes on until the king goes to bed. This play makes King Claudius and Queen Gertrude very uncomfortable. Once King Claudius understands the true meaning behind the performance, the playbook script shows that he immediately calls for the lights to be turned on, and the stage direction shows that he leaves very quickly. Without the background and reasons behind the play, King Claudius's getting upset would seem strange to some, so I'm going to explain the reasoning behind this performance. The article The Spoken Play in Hamlet shows that the true logic behind this play within a play is to see if the ghost is telling the truth about his father's death, and to see the extent of his mother's guilt. Uncovering the truth about his uncle seems to be Hamlet's #1 priority. In a previous scene, a ghost comes to Hamlet and tells him how his father was murdered. This causes Hamlet to put on the play to discover the truth. Hamlet speaks with his friend Horatio before the play is performed, and they both agree to watch King Claudius's reaction throughout the play. They come together after the play and both wholeheartedly agree that the king's reaction definitely shows his guilt. Although this seems to be Hamlet's biggest concern, his lines in the playbook show that he is also concerned with his mother. Hamlet's questions during the play show that he is interested in her reaction to what is being performed. He also talks to her after the king ends the play and leaves. However, her responses in both conversations show that his accusations of her knowing who murdered her husband are not true and cannot be supported. In summary, the play within a play performed in Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark has three main parts. This performance has a dumb show, a prologue, and a full play. Each of these play their part to show the underlying meaning behind this performance. Hamlet originally plans to unveil the truth behind his father's murder, however, finds himself having two reasons to put on this play. Hamlet finds the truth about what happened to his father and what his mother feels and knows. This performance ultimately causes Hamlet to come to terms with what is happening around him and figure out what to do.